sort of a question and sort of a challenge, which is, at least it seems to me that, you know, the discussion so far has been relatively one-sided in the sense that, you know, we keep saying, why don't the politicians just level the playing field, more or less? And with all of the currency flows and so forth, there's a flip side to that, which is that we have the capital flows, and that's led to our low interest rates and the demand for our treasuries and so forth, and it's allowed the government to run and to continue to run tremendous deficits, which, if you're a politician and if you want to be elected again, deficits can be useful to boost spending. And I guess I would sort of suggest and ask for your comment that that may be one of the reasons why our administration has been reluctant to pressure China and to really put their foot down, as you said, as a currency manipulator. Be curious to hear your response.
I absolutely agree. You know, it's kind of this syndrome of not on my shift, not on my watch, okay? You know, yes, we recognize that long-term, the short-term decisions we are making, long-term, will be very, very harmful. But I'll get through my term. I'll get through my 2 years. I'll get through my 4 years. I don't want this to happen on my shift. I don't want to have to make the tough decisions, the tough long-term decisions that this country is going to have to make. You know, you referenced deficit spending. All right, listen. All right, I'm not an economist. I'm not a financial guy. I'm an engineer. I started as an electrician in this industry. So I might not understand all of this high finance stuff, but I'll tell you this, one thing I do understand. You cannot continue to spend more than you bring in. It doesn't work with governments, it doesn't work with companies, and it doesn't work in families. Okay? Long-term, continuing to spend more than you make, in any sense, your revenue, is a bad decision. That is common sense. You don't have to have a degree from Yale University to understand that. And yet we continue to do it. Why? I cannot accept that our leaders in this country do not understand that. I cannot accept that. And I personally believe it's a case of, as I've said, I don't want to address it on my term. I need to get through my 4 years. We see it on both sides of the aisle. This isn't a Republican issue or a Democratic issue. This is a universal issue in our leadership. We need people in there who are no longer, you know, I hate to go back to the presentation, and I realize that John Wayne was only an actor. If you watch some of his films, some of the things he says make a lot of sense. Sooner or later, we know we got a problem. You know, it always looks worse than it is when you get up in its face and recognize it for what it is. But you've got to address it. Got to address it. And sooner or later, we've got to address those issues. Now, I'm watching the clock here, and I know that, that we're out of time, so I wanted to just close again by saying thank you very, very much for inviting me here to speak today. I believe very strongly in continuous improvement, and it was an honor to be invited to speak to this conference that is dedicated to continuous improvement. Thank you very much.